OKFM 101.7.
Yewa Bright Appiah. Eye penimpa wo that Child Right International. Ano ye ne ntwetwe enkomo. Yewa Bright Appiah me mo ache no pay.
Opening me Joso.
Na boko de.
Oh, nyame adom na mo nso.
Boko. We de Wulomea owo eye nungwa na yete ya yesi oma yamane aware akwala wanya mfinhia dumienu 12 years akire no wama press conference aba kirem se akwala no ni 12 years na obenya 16 anampo owo 16 years na ade no kran a ceremonial ene se enya se obi kwa wane na kwakoda utie abusua no ade omde ba ya wo mo se amanne e wo hodadaada na akwala no wo mu hia obi a o ye virgin wo mu de na ye itinya ade a oni papa no akwakoda afa wo ma sa kire mu kura sa akwara no kura wo ye spirit child na ye maame kura nyin se no wo mu nyin se 2 years ne yanwo no oba ye ne ya wo ye nyina utim se ye bosom the date ba obi no na waba no nti wo ya mane a ye no wo mu ya akwara no duru ba bi kura se opeso okoware a wo mbeye amanne ne amane e de amano asane no afiri mu spiritually no akonti enkenye bibia enwanwa but yet se wosi mobile dissolve some marriage no enkomo yi a ekoso yete sen
Enkomo no sani awanga san wakano no clearly no there's some kind of inconsistency in establishing exactly what asamna tie no because Yanzo yedi any two firma some buyer yeko do mukakano. The first year yeti and say Aquarano almost performing right and that right must be fulfilled. And the only person who can fulfill that right, will be our virgin. And that is the reason why Omoko yes I Again Moka says ceremony no more year, is a marriage or my year. For the child, Sabio is a kind of incunyayere, and on a omoye, and there will not be any relationship between the man and then Akorano in this case. Again, also council for letter number the Bible 2 Janoswa, or more patches say. Nyomuye no o ma bituti akora na say minu de yabe ka no twi
o ma sinasiwa
o ma ye siwa ama papa no se odi above 18 years na ebia o mbeche ne bobra na say o beche adekwa papa no obeye until uche all these stories are now putting together it doesn't give us a clear picture as to what the intention of the people are in respect to the life of Akorano. And as I say, the angle that is coming in strongly, age, and the spirituality aspect of it, Now, age, and so 16, so 12. There is also a medical way of ascertaining the age of a child. And now, the school level, all so nobody may determine the level of the age in our I don't think that. Is an issue we as a higher home. But the angle border on the spirituality, I know I have in a sense that sometimes some of these things come and we hide behind it, Etimidi and Yama, but Sanya, Troyan Catcher and say, near Caesar, young farmer Caesar, and a near Yankopodiano, young farmer. One, the child is a physical being. Na emra ebono ho ban no we will deal with the physical aspect, and if there is a need for any spiritual intervention, I think that it will be at that level. But so far as we are concerned here, we will deal with the physical aspect. So far as akrano fahudie ne Bible ne kanko ewo ehio man no, I think that is the aspect yebe. Now I know for sure say Akrano the social welfare ne police for SM and Attorney General also person take action and all that. And the most important thing is Anamobia Ebetunu, it should be in the best interest of Akrano. Near your requirement to your first Bibia Ebetoye.
And now me be some questions be cross. Okay, so almost say a almost traditional wa. Akwalano or subsidy one year. And almost say bear 300 years no be an subsidy na name date no and na a manifesti wa akwalanimu. Intina wamu aya manye ede akwalane si no. And come was what to be sir?
Yeah. The truth of the matter is, before my marriage ceremony no crano, you informant you my information about Yan Sana Krom Beshasi. And while the event was going on, now you call for her or monitor how things were going. Now, we share the narrative no cry as more maybe yet 800 say. Nipana or 800 years ago, such a ritual was performed.
800 years ago.
800.
Wow.
800. The consistency, and said that, and said that as a the tour, and the fact is that nobody is against their tradition. But you see, one of the things I say to interrogate, the performance of this right no more canon is purely you be our virgin. So my point is that within the whole traditional area, Sebio, Yentimi and you be our virgin, say will be away 12 and I say 16 and then morally there's something wrong with our society. Morally, there's something wrong with our society. If we really want to uphold culture and respect it, I strongly believe these are the little things that will speak to the issues in terms of how I able to holding your culture properly. So, then we should also begin to think of how you able to uphold the morals of our society, so that if there's a need for us to get someone to be able to perform a certain writer, then we can boldly say, Nipa way is qualified to do it. But not when we have to fall on Quran, which we assume Sebi or no nebetimi. Let's assume that in the next 5 years, Yanyo will be already 12 for Kra, are we going to be already 3 years and are we going to be already 6 years?
Uncle Bright, Miss Video Numuno, Miss Woman Beer, or ye MC. Na o ka se akwara no be see through dress na wo de akwa ko hu se bibia eye cosmetic se enya de ode papa no be akoda den na woman no na o ka sa asem na e wo ayina se.
You see, that is America. The whole event is a marriage ceremony. And then now the question is, who was the marriage contracted for? And no more purchase said this is not a physical marriage, it's to the stool. Now yen say amamre muno say kase obi akunya area. Someone is in charge of akunyano. And at the various narratives that are coming up, no crano, we tell us Sabi Akrano belongs to someone. Those are interrogations I see to me. Now me cry at this level crano. Ne narrative ebani adieni na krano police force amunu krano. We even want to request the police should be able to carry out a virginity test on Akran to know whether or not somebody has defiled Akran, and whoever has done that, irrespective, say crony and then we have to hold the person because they are the age in Akran one. And there are certain activities you cannot even engage the child in. Into the whole event in India. But I don't think that they will even deny that it wasn't a marriage ceremony. But as to who know, it is in doubt here. Say, they've married to the spirit, they've married to the stool, and as a priest, or more yes, a ceremony in Amano. But if there's anything to go by the letter now, association, traditional council for no issue, if you have betrothed somebody to someone, then it is an anticipation. Say you are going to do a certain level of who is so clearly, whether they betroth the child to Nipanu and I say is married to the stool, no, definitely no, the child will belong to a physical being, and that physical being is what we want to know. And until then, we know that, and then also measure that against the rules and regulations and other legislations. Now, and far, and I just say we need to also fight for the welfare of Accra. And that's the part that we are not against the tradition of the area. We are not against the performance of any right. But what we are saying is that right performance, according to their own, is not say they are wedi 12 and wedi 16 and as wedi 25. The core of it is that the person who must perform that right must be a virgin. But in this case, Accra is below the age of 18 years, and there are rules and regulations that are governing the way and manner.
Now, some way pa NSC or US. Accra no kwanka sa you hwan ne awulo ma sa hwan no ko be hu ne bio.
Oh, you see, that is I know na sometimes a man kora hu some the woman mu ha no, in the sense that in Mremu we have created different layers for the welfare of Nkora. Say bio okwa busuam na busuano fa kwan paso ehwa Akora. Emrani ches aban ebetimi aja Akora na fi awofo no nsem. Na wa entrance Akora in the hands of a fit person, and as a caregiver. Na Akora na take care of that responsibility, Say yeshena sa level no so niwa assemblies nanka, this is assemblies, are supposed to make sure that every child within their jurisdiction, has a right to education. It is awofo no kwa entimi nya. This is assemblies must provide a scholarship and a sponsorship for Akra to go to school. Inti ankomemu under no circumstances should a child be vulnerable to any person. Inti anka ye developing those structures comprehensively and anka ye follower. Sabi anko bi kra di Akra di edin zemonia. Obehun se no Akra mi di zemo manhwe ni kwa mi anka sa me back on ba begin efimisem. Inti obey careful. Enti ni atutu Nkora ko ba ni nyina no. Sabi aban so di form. Aban di for this is assemblies, and our decentralization system ni nyina no. Omo di for because and some and duties are man they show mu so omo ye no. Omo nyam half kra quarter kra omo nye. O de mesre price anka o journalist won call this assembly no mo show mo work plan.
Obi cross send me ayibi. Section 14+1 of the Children's Act.
Yes.
1980. I say under the heading, right to refuse betrothal.
Yes.
A marriage state as follows: no person shall force a child A to be betrothed.
Yes.
To be betrothed.
Yes.
B to be the subject of a dowry.
Yes.
Transaction.
Yes.
Or C to be married.
Yes. So in that context, Osha first one, it says that you can't force a child to be betrothed to somebody. So when you are talking about force legally, then you require some level of consent. And I am at a certain age, a child cannot give consent. What the child says, the what the law provides is that the child has capacity to participate, and in participating, the child should have a full capacity, say. Or the child should be well informed about the decision because the child is not well informed about that decision. That decision cannot stand.
Now, what the about was say the minimum age of marriage of whatever kind shall be 18 years.
Whatever kind. Whatever kind. Into that issue, about we have marriage to the stool, and as it's not here or there. And yes, only have a sex in Ghana, you are married. But when it comes to Nkora, whatever kind of marriage performed, it cannot be construed to be a marriage because Akrano or is below the age of 18 years. Again,
now almost say the merely a cosmetic, a bibino and yet real in real terms.
Uncle, I wish Uncle the day they were doing the ceremony, Uncle, the kind of glamour, a ceremony, that cannot be qualified to be a cosmetic agenda.
Okay.
No, it was meant for a purpose. And if it was cosmetic, I don't think the whole state will organize a press conference to explain what they did, if it is cosmetic. So there is something that we need to understand from the cultural perspective. But what we are also saying is, sometimes they are make catch and for say, only a correct nya somewhere, and na a someone got Tom anymore. I will say a crown on am hoka. It didn't would any opinion of it media. But when you are some far crown, not a coto and anymore. Or what I will say no, and Rabon crown by pa.
In the UK, Aqualano Crania 14 years in the area, Untibi Yamo non Concousco.
Exactly. These are street rules, oh. Anything with the members, Ghana for Muga Bujiko Mawukrano. I saw on the Papano. Mamma Umbe rotate, a Juma Sanya will be at any moment in time. This will be with your Beshakrano. So, Mubi to me, yes, they have to go and get a cake giver. Or will be in their state. And that cake giver must be certified by the state.
Now, I know crowd in Scar a week.
Exactly.
US, one metal, one you cry, the one you cry, then you $200 a week.
Exactly.
Oh,
media, there is a highlighter. It should tell us issues about children is not just any issue at all. Even in Ghana, in Ghana here, you can't go around someone. A very serious issue, because issue is I don't think this kind of a year can want them. But because the law protects and Kofoso who say, and now we're born ground by Nintino. And Nitina, Nipano cry now, or what our witness here, SND and secret information there. This is what is about to happen, possibly we can be around. These are things that ACC. And almost would say whatever right that they need to perform, they have to do that in the context of the law that protects them.
Now, where the main kind, yes, section 14 clause 1, no, and they know say anyone who contravenes the provision of this subpart commits an offense and is liable on summary conviction to a fine not exceeding 5 million cedis or a term of imprisonment not exceeding 1 year or both.
I'm sure, sir. I don't know who's on memo and so Attorney General have the power to do prosecution. We are also looking up to them. Martin Somo issue statement, me who here there. So I can't talk so much about the content. But I strongly believe that once they've come in, they'll be looking at the criminal aspect of it, and whatever there is that needs to be done, we expect them to take those actions.
And now, I say, may be a constitutional article 39 clause 2. Was say the state shall ensure that appropriate customary and cultural values are adapted and developed as an integral part of the growing needs of the society as a whole, and in particular, that traditional practice which are injurious to the health and well-being of the person are abolished.
Exactly. And that's the part I want to say here, and it's a huge campaign that we're going to carry out. Not necessarily because of this particular case, but there are certain cultural practices that are hindering the development of Yankora, and we'll take every step to make sure that within our campaigns and our activities, some of these things will be they say documented. Now, they are too many. If there need be, I say, there is validity in what we are saying now. Me abolish some of those cultural practices.
Now, my main more from Pan said, we any be a prosecution, be uncoso, or man to keep the matter up legally. We
will take the state on because now, it is the state that has the power to do all the things that we are talking about. Say, our role in this, and 1 year, say, state also fail to do their role towards our Corona. We can come after the state, just as we are coming after they say the traditional council of Nungwano. It is the same way that we also have to come after the state when they fail to do what is right.
Mira Mamena was on pay.
Miss Medase.
Miss Medase, Ura Bright, Appiah, a Child Rights International, one penny power. Now, my main for
OKFM 101.7.